Alright YouTube, today we are going to be breaking down some of the crucial plays in the final few rounds of the Game 7 during the Major 1 Finals in Madrid. Obviously, FaZe versus LAT in that Grand Finals. We go to a skyline search. What I really want to do is take you guys in depth of what the teams are trying to do in their setups and how teams are getting either exposed or, the plays that are actually super crucial for this round to play out the way that they did. So let's get right into it. 4-4 round. This is probably the biggest round, I think, in the search. You'll see what happens here. Obviously, FaZe on offense right here. What they're going to do here is just play a standard spread on offense. They're playing to get info. They're not hitting the A site right away. Obviously, Skyline, super one bomb sitey. Everyone is going towards this A bomb site for the most part, but it's either a fast hit or a slow hit. You don't know what it's going to be until the round actually plays out. And for the most part, if a team is going to go fast A, they're going to bang it out, trying to get, presence on the site, get the bomb down. If not, it's more so spread, get the info on where the defensive team is, and then play around that. Either you try and make a play through the middle of the map, whether it be, cutting through into gym, or whether you're trying to do something top mid, or you're waiting for them to maybe be the aggressors and play inside your low bed. There's some variety with what you can do. Honestly, not compared to most other search maps in the past. It is a pretty one-dimensional map. So you're going to be giving up something because you can't really watch everything on the map, but it's based on deduction. It's like, what are you watching? If you don't see anything, you basically know where the enemy team is and what they might be doing. So obviously for the offensive side here, FaZe default spread, they're just playing to get info. On the other side here though, for LAT, they have Scrap, who goes towards outer white over here. He's looking for this outer chow with number 1 Celium. And then for the other three, number 8 Dan Gosi, he has an RC car. So what he's trying to do is he's going to try and call it and get info. And then the last two guys are both going to hit underground and try and flank the FaZe guys through their secret. The problem with this though, and we kind of figured this out during the Kason Major, is if you're calling an RC car and you also have two guys that are going to be going down underground, that means you basically have no map pressure other than this guy. 8's out of the play, 6 and 7 are out of the play because they're going to be taking this long ass route through the underground. So at that moment, you got to realize like everything on this side of the map is open for the enemy team. You have zero cover of anything while you're in that RCXD. So, I guess the play call here is either, we're trying to get info with the RC and play off of that with those other two guys hitting low underground. But if you don't see anything in the RC, maybe you just have to explode it quickly, because otherwise they can just be all up in your shit and you would have no idea, because two of you guys are underground. One guy is literally in an iPad and the other guy is just covering, the fast A push. So you'll see how this ends up going wrong for LAT. The number 6 and number 7, the two subs, Hydra and Envoy, both go underground. And from this, FaZe is thinking, Simpsing, okay, nothing Jim. Abe's here, low bed. He sees nothing P1, and they see nothing has pushed through, quick towards the A side for the defensive side. Number 4, Draza, he's watching up top for the top mid push. No one's coming there. Obviously, Cell, he was in a little standoff with Scrap towards the beginning of the round. Still doesn't see anything outer. So at this moment, they see nothing. And when you see nothing, you got to figure out, what is not being covered for your team. And Abizi's like, what, they could probably hit underground. A Paco or Envoy special, one of them might be hitting that underground route, trying to get some free flank onto the FaZe side. But what do you know? Abizi, who was low bed, he's going to pick this up. He knows, based on deduction, nothing mid-map. We don't see anything A side. We don't see anything top mid. There's a really high chance that someone is probably underground. And in this case, it's actually two guys. So what they have is Paco and Envoy both go down here. And the big thing here is, Abizi doesn't get the kill, but he gets the information that two are underground. And the information that two are underground is so important because they also know that an RCXD is being called. So that means 3 people are out of the play, and the last guy, Scrap, is playing towards white side. We saw him at the beginning of the round. So 3 guys are no one's covering this entire part of the map. And so this is where a heads up play from Jaza comes in, where he basically just needs to watch his top mid, and basically his piano stairs. So in case, let's say, Scrap had chowed from low white over here and just wrapped to top mid, or wrapped to, play the piano stairs and watch top bed for his team, that's the only guy that could be in a position to be making a play, because we know that one guy is an RCXD. We know the other two underground. They have no timing to get this top mid push. So what do you know? Draza, he figures with that info, 3 guys out of the play, I can just hit top mid. All he needs to do now while making this push is watch his piano stairs, watch his front door. Everything else, he can just chow this B site, try and get a flank for free. He ends up getting Dan, who was in the car, and Scrap, who was top white. That's 2 free bloods. And then he reads the last 2 were underground. He's looking for the zip pinch in case they wrap back to their side. They do get to Envoy. Unfortunately, Paco trades him out, so he doesn't get the ace, but they clean him up. And, you know, with a blood on the LAT side, this was such a big play because it was just an open spot, open gap in the setup that, you know, Draws could really hit if he had the, you know, intuition to do that in the moment, and he did. So really typical play out of Draws, knowing that that gap was possibly there. He literally only needs to worry about, you know, his top at that moment. So he's centering for it. As soon as he pushes down, no one on the LAT team is covering it. Obviously not expecting someone to just push through their top middle without any info and with a blood on their side, you know, 3v4 pushing down mid is not something you really expect someone to do. So I guess if you're in the LAT side, either if you know you're going to be calling that RCXD, probably not being able to send both guys underground, or if you do want to send those 2 guys down there, you basically just need to call that RCXD and then explode it as soon as you don't really see anything, just so you're back on the map and can get info for your team. So huge round out of Draza, gets that 3-piece. Honestly, play of the map for, you know, this team, and maybe even play of the tournament, just because they were down in that 3v4. But we're going into a 5-4 round. This is an offensive side for the LAT side. This is to push it to a round 11, and let's see what happens here. So off of the break here, FaZe, all 4 guys stacking the A side. They're trying to play a gamble that these guys on the LAT side are going to be trying to fast push the A side and just trying to, you know, instantly counter them with a counter A push of their own. So what do you see here on the LAT side? Scrap, once again, challenging outer. He sees multiple people. Envoy is going to be pushed up to this couch. He's playing a little bit more passive on this side. Same type of setup that basically FaZe had. Number 8 here is top stone. He's going to watch top mid push. And number 6 here, once again, low bed. Literally the same spread that FaZe had in the previous round. But what do you know? Scrap gets information, obviously, that there are multiple people towards the A side. They know this can be a fast A out of the defense from FaZe. But here they're just waiting. They're just making FaZe trying to tweak out. Obviously, since FaZe didn't send anyone on this side of the map, you know, LAT people could be pushed up on that side. So FaZe, knowing that they didn't go A side, have to reroute, maybe play a spread on their own on the other side to make sure that they have everything covered. Because what did I say before? You go A, you don't see anything A, they could be on other sides of the map trying to make a play. What do you know? They aren't actually making a play on the other side of the map. They're just playing super slow. So once FaZe actually gives this up, so what happens here, they rotate off the site, obviously picking up their underground themselves in case someone hit an underground push on the offensive side. They have their top piano. They have someone piano watching P1 now. Have a BZ top P2 watching their front door in case anyone hit a top mid route, and obviously sell that anchor towards the A site. So they're giving up this plant here. They figured at the beginning of the round they didn't have that counter that they wanted to, backed up into a spread, and with backing up, they actually gave up the A site for free with just one person left on that white side, and that was Cell. And what happens here? LA Thieves takes that map control from them towards that A side, gets the bomb down. Paco pushes towards the front side, towards Jim over here. Scrap gets a pick while he's on the kitchen heady over here, gets Cell for free. And now you have number 8 watching top mid for their team, number 7 watching their back in case anyone flanks through low bed or flanks through underground. He gets the full flank for their team. He will be the first one to act in case other people had taken this route towards white and are trying to hit out the A site from there. So he's going to be the first to react to help him out here. Paco has the low Jim P1 push in case anyone from the defensive side is trying to play through mid on the retake. So they have everything covered. Literally everything is covered. This part of the map, top mid, basically they're all their pinch and anyone that might be going towards the white side. So this is a good post plan from LAT. Everything's covered. Paco should get a kill here on Draza, playing it slow over here. Obviously Scrap on the other side. He sees 2 guys wrapping towards the white side. So he's going to call out to Envoy to help him out as soon as possible. Dill turns when he needs to. Paco gets the kill P1. Clean post plant from the LAT side. Force a round 11 in the game 7. Probably one of the most nerve-wracking if you're a player. Game 7, round 11, you don't really get into those at all. I don't know if we've ever seen one in the CDL, but it is an insane situation to be in. So let's get into that round 11 because it is a very, very interesting one. So Moving on into the round 11. So LET is on the offensive side here, and let's break it down for the defense first. So Cell here, obviously playing the piano stairs. He's going to be holding mid, pretty defaulty. 2 and 4, this is a AR SMG combo. They're both going to be hitting up top mid. Obviously, you want the AR and Draza to be watching over Simp, who could be hitting up through the top mid, maybe go top bed, hit a quick flank. And then number 3, Abizi, he's the one with the RC car. So he's actually just going to car inside the A-bomb site, have all the information for them on this A-bomb site in case LET was trying to hit this pretty quick. But the big thing here for the defensive side is they have everything basically covered except for obviously the underground push, but you can pick that up late, and you know, maybe the bottom mid push into low gym or low U. But I'm assuming with the car, Abizi will be able to see that from the spots he can be using the car in. So they basically have everything covered but the underground. So as a good, you know, S&D team, you kind of really just want to know what are the gaps in your setup. So let's see here on the offensive side, LET playing a little bit slow. Obviously, Scrap playing towards the stone side, watching for a top mid push. And the other guys, they're not really challenging anything. They're not really showing anything. And I think that might be part of the problem here and what ends up going down. So number 6, Paco here, he's going to be making a play towards underground. The problem with this, though, is they don't have anyone showing anything. They didn't hit a quick A. Obviously, with the RC car, FaZe knows that they didn't hit quick A. You know, even with number 4 and number 2 getting pushed up, they're getting super aggressive towards the top end side of the offensive side for LET. So FaZe is taking all of this space on the map, and LET is kind of just playing on their side while having Paco lonesome trying to hit an underground route. But the thing here is, you know, obviously FaZe realizes their gap. They don't see anything on the map. They don't see anything top mid. They don't see anything low mid for the most part. They don't see anything A with the RC car. So what do you know? Cell just wraps back from the piano stairs, as you can see here, and he's just watching this route, this underground route that possibly could be coming. So from the offensive side here, you can't really direct the attention away from the FaZe side to not pick up that underground route. And what do you know? Cell just sees Paco underground here. So Abizi knows nothing is A. They pick up the underground route. They see, you know, Paco over here. Even Simp gets pushed up to the top bed. He sees nothing top bed in case anyone's pushed up short or, you know, playing where Dan was playing that other round. They're just playing super passive stone steps over here and super passive towards their side. You know, in my opinion, if you're going to be doing something low underground, I think that would probably be best if he was like the last person to engage. If you already, you know, made a play elsewhere, engaged somewhere else, and then he underground can hit a deep flank once, you know, number 1 has directed his attention elsewhere based on where he needs to be to help out his team if something else is going down on the map. So that's kind of the issue here where, you know, Paco is the first to engage and he's just stuck here. You know, they're just going to have teamwork where, you know, people are just going to wrap back, try and get this first blood because Paco is just trapped here in the low elevator. And that's a free first blood for FaZe. And from there, they know based on the RC car, nothing was A quick. So what they can do is they can just wolf pack this. They can teamwork, wrap back, guarantee that LET can't plant towards the A side, and they can just leave Simp over here towards the top mid, playing for anyone that might be pushing up short or you know, getting space top bed. So let's see what happens here. Simp ends up dropping. He figures they already got a first blood. Let me just play P1. Let me play safe, get information on the middle of the map. Everyone else here, they're just going to figure, let's just teamwork this, wolf pack it. You know, number 4, Draza gets some information top mid. They're just in a, you know, stalemate with these guys towards low bed, but they figured, let's just, you know, wrap back. Let's just take this A site for ourselves. Scrap is going to try and follow it up with an underground hit himself, not expecting them to pick up, you know, a second underground pinch after they're already in a 3v4. So while this is going down, number 7 and 8 figured, let's just try and take some space for the A side. FaZe isn't there yet, so let's just try and get this bomb down. It's probably our best case scenario in trying to win this round, you know, ourselves. But what do you know? All of these FaZe guys are going to be wrapping for this site, trying to take advantage of the map control towards the kitchen side because they know they'll just have numbers towards there. And if they can stop the plant, they can stop the plant. They don't stop the plant, but they get Envoy as soon as he's trying to get away. Now it's a 4v2. Basically, just have someone hop the bomb. You have someone watch your pinch. You have someone watch their side. You just have someone watch middle, take timings, both sides you, and you're chilling. So what they're gonna do, Simp is just gonna hop the defuse over here. So Draws does his job here, picks up the pinch, only a little bit too late, isn't able to center on him. Scrap does get the kill, but with Simp on the defuse already, and them seeing based on the kill cam that he's not hitting it right away, they know that they actually have time to pick it up later on in the round. And you know, obviously Simp is just defusing right away, so this guy won't even have time to do a full pinch up the zip and actually get this guy off the bomb. So you just need to make sure that you're watching their side. Number one takes a peek at it, he sees no one towards this side, he knows that he can't get to the bomb right away, so the only threat that they do have is towards you. They pick up the kill on Dan Ghosty because obviously you don't see anything here. This guy didn't pinch instantly. So basically the only timing that they would have to be able to get this guy off the bomb is to break from the U side. Scrap isn't able to get there in time. And there you have it, FaZe winning that Skyline Search Game 7, Round 11. One of the best finals you'll probably see in the CDL, and a insane one because it went all the way down to the final round in the search. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed some little insights like this, a little breakdown of some crucial rounds, some crucial plays that you saw in the Major 1 finals. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.